Episode 12 recap: Sheep, Fish, and Griffin. The team leaves Jamie's farm early in the morning, where they head back to Baltran to formulate a new plan, knowing that instead of an owlbear, Griffin lie in wait. Once they get to the city gates, they realize it's locked and guarded. The team steps away and transforms into the snow flurries given by the spell Halvor had given them the day before. Once in their snow form, they fly over the gate, Landertime getting caught in the huff and sneeze of a guard, being part inhaled, which ends up affecting her memories. They get to the Grey Watch, where Zurum is guarding the front. After a brief conversation, the team then goes in, asking Maladar if he has any information on Griffin. He tells them a legend of a man who climbed up the cliffs to claim a griffin egg, which ended up going poorly, but eventually led to a friendship between him and the griffin. Atka seeks out Halvor, which she finds in the kitchen. She asks him if he knows anything about Griffin. He spins some long tales and gives a little bit of information, but then says he'd like to join, if possible. Before leaving, Zalia pipes up and gives them more information on joining the Grey Watch. She gives each of the team members a scroll with a contract. They decide to figure that out later. The team then heads back to Jamie's, saying that they want to purchase some sheep to use as bait for the griffin later in the evening. Jamie's son wrangles up the sheep and they say he'll be back later. The team then heads back to Baltran, where they go to the market to collect more information if they've heard of any attacks. They don't hear of any, so they decide to purchase some fish to use as an offering to the griffin. When they get back to the Grey Watch, they inform Halvor that they're leaving, so he joins them, and Maladar helps them get the cart set up. They go back to the market to collect their fish, and they head off. They leave Baltran in mid-afternoon. They arrive at Jamie's farm with no issues or problems. They get set up in the field between Jamie's farm and Walter's farm. They get the fish on display and the sheep are scattered around. Atka and Landertime take their post up in the windmill. As the day passes into night, Eliar and Halvor are out in the field waiting. Halvor begins to doze off and fall asleep after painting his flower. Time goes on and there is no signs of the griffin, until suddenly out of nowhere, the screech of a griffin shows, and the griffin swoops down, and that's where the episode ends. Like and subscribe and follow for the next episode.